What if you were already everything you've been looking for? The mind keeps insisting that something is missing, that there's something to achieve. But Mooji reminds us, you are already whole. In this meditation, there's nothing to do. Just notice what has always been here. No effort, no techniques, just recognition. Breathe and see for yourself. Close your eyes. Breathe softly and just be here. Feel your body's presence without trying to control it. There's nothing to adjust, nothing to fix, nothing to improve. You are already here. Before any thought, before any sensation, there is a silent presence. Can you sense it? Just observe, effortlessly. This presence doesn't come or go. It simply is. The mind may try to analyze, label, or interpret, but right now, none of that is necessary. Just recognize, I am. This awareness has always been here, just waiting to be noticed. Now, listen to the sounds around you, maybe the wind blowing, a door closing in the distance, the whispers of the world around you, and without even trying, you perceive it all. Awareness is already happening, like the sky that remains unchanged as clouds pass by. This presence within you never shifts. Notice how thoughts come and go, how emotions rise and fall, yet you remain unshaken. There's no need to hold on to anything or push anything away. Just be, just recognize. There's no effort in this. Simply being aware is enough. Let go of the need to do, to seek, to chase something. Right now, all that exists is this space of consciousness, calm, untouched. Just stay here for a moment. Feel this freedom. Allow yourself to rest in this natural state of being. And what if, instead of following thoughts about the past or future, you simply stayed here, in this now? Take a deep breath and exhale gently. Now, feel this moment. There's no need to search for anything. No need to run after thoughts of yesterday or tomorrow. The only place where life is happening is here. Have you noticed? The past is gone. The future isn't here yet. So, where else could you be? Let the mind rest. There's nothing to solve right now. Just allow yourself to be, to feel, to witness. In this moment, everything is already complete. Thoughts may try to pull you away, but see, you don't have to follow them. They're just like leaves floating down a river. You're on the shore, simply watching. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be fixed. Now just listen. Feel the air touching your skin. Sense the quiet presence within you. This peace has always been here. It doesn't depend on circumstances, people, or external events. Everything you need is already here, right now. Stay here for a little longer. No rush. Just be. What would it be like to live this way, without the weight of worries? What would it feel like to walk through life with this lightness? Now notice, there's nothing to control. Just rest in this space of presence. Feel this moment. No rush, no expectations. Now observe. Thoughts arise, emotions pass, sensations appear and fade. But look, you are the one who notices. You are not the thought, not the emotion, not the sensation. You are the unchanging awareness that sees it all. Allow yourself to witness without getting involved. Just like clouds move across the sky without affecting it, thoughts and feelings come and go. You don't have to hold on to them or push them away. Just watch, observe, and let them pass. Maybe a memory from the past comes up, or a worry about the future. That's natural. But do you really need to follow them? Try something now. Just watch these thoughts, as if they were birds flying across the sky. Don't try to hold them. Don't fight them. Just notice that, just as they arrived, they will also leave. You are not what passes. You are the one who remains. There is an incredible freedom in this realization. Now, rest in this awareness. There's nothing to fix, nothing to change. You are already whole. Just let life move on its own without needing your interference. What happens when you stop resisting? What happens when you simply witness without clinging? Stay in this space for a little longer and see what reveals itself. Just breathe softly. Feel the stillness of this moment. Everything is here, now. Nothing is out of place. Now, see, there is a space within you, silent and unshakable. It is not affected by what happens in the external world. It does not change when thoughts arise or when emotions come and go. This space of awareness has always been here, watching. Have you ever noticed it? It's like the vast sky, always present, no matter what moves through it. Now, try something simple. Watch any thought that arises without attaching to it. See how it comes and then fades away. But something within you stays the same. That something is untouched by time, untouched by the mind's stories. It just is. Does this space need anything to be complete? Is anything missing? Just observe. Feel this quiet presence within you. It requires no effort, it simply exists. Now, rest in this recognition. No rush, no expectations. You don't need to look for anything outside of yourself. What you are has always been here, beyond the fluctuations of the mind and body. Now, just rest. There's nothing you need to do right now. No need to try, to control, to be anything different. What you truly are is already here. Notice how the mind always wants to change something, fix something, achieve something. But what if, just for a moment, you let that go? What if you simply realized that everything is already as it should be? The wind blows effortlessly. Rivers flow without resistance. And you too can simply be. The mind may tell you something is missing, that there's something to chase. But look closer. Is there really something absent? Or is it just a thought, a belief that's always been there? Have you ever just existed, without searching, without striving? Try it now. Stay in this quiet space, where nothing needs to be fixed. Feel how your breath flows on its own. Your heart beats without you asking it to. There's something deeply relaxing about this. Life is taking care of everything. Now notice, peace doesn't need to be created. It's already here. You don't need to get there, because you've never left. What if you simply accepted this moment exactly as it is? What if, instead of resisting, you just rested in what already exists? What could you discover? Close your eyes and just be here. Now, observe. No rush, no judgment. The body is here, but it is not you. It changes, it ages, it feels warmth and cold, but you remain the same. The mind is here too, full of thoughts, memories, and plans, but you are aware of all of it. If you can observe something, that means you are not it. So, who are you? What exists beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the stories you've always believed about yourself? Now, go deeper. Have you ever noticed how your name, your job, and your life experiences are just labels, like clothes you wear for a while, but they're not your true self? What if everything you believe yourself to be is just a temporary role you're playing? Close your eyes and notice. Without these roles, without these stories, without these memories, you still are. There is something unchanging within you, something that was never born and will never die. Just recognize it. Now, rest in this awareness. No need to define it. No need to understand it. Just feel the freedom of not being confined by identities or labels. Who you truly are cannot be named, cannot be described, only experienced. Now, just breathe. There's nothing to fix, nothing to hold on to. What you truly are cannot be touched by time, by thoughts, or by the mind's stories. But look, how often do you cling to an image of yourself? I am this way. I am that way. My life needs to be like this. What if, just for a moment, you let all of that go? What if, instead of carrying the weight of a constructed self, you simply rested in what is natural and free? Now, notice how the ego operates. It wants to be seen, validated, protected. It creates stories, fights to stay in control. But who is observing this? Can you see the game happening? Watch it without getting involved, without judging. The ego always wants more approval, more security, more certainty. But what if none of that was necessary? What if freedom wasn't in strengthening this identity, but in letting it go completely? Just feel, without holding on to any definition. Now, try something new. What if you didn't have to be someone, just for a moment, without carrying any identity, without defending any story? Feel that relief. You're already whole, even without proving anything to anyone. Just be here. No rush. Nothing needs to be different. Nothing needs to be controlled. Life is already unfolding exactly as it should. Notice how the mind always wants to interfere, changing, planning, resisting. But what would happen if you simply allowed? The river doesn't fight against the current. The trees don't resist the wind. They just flow. And you? Could you allow yourself to simply be? Now, breathe. Let go of the need to control, to understand, to hold on. Just feel this moment. The mind loves to decide what's right and wrong, what should or shouldn't happen. But look, existence is already taking care of everything. The sun rises effortlessly, birds sing without a plan, and your breath happens without you asking. There is a greater intelligence moving everything, and you're already part of it. Now, notice. What happens when you let go of the struggle? What happens when you stop pushing life and simply walk with it? Now, just rest in this space. No rush, no need to change anything. Everything is unfolding as it needs to. Have you noticed? What would it be like to live without resistance? What would it feel like to simply be present and allow everything to move on its own? Stay here and see what arises. Now, just stop. There's nothing to find, nothing to achieve. Have you realized that? The mind always wants more. More peace, more clarity, more understanding. But look, what you're searching for is already here, right now, before any effort, before any seeking. The very desire to find something creates the feeling that something is missing. But what if it isn't? What if everything you need is already fully present, just waiting to be noticed? Now, watch the mind. See how it tries to seek, solve, and understand. But who is noticing this? Who is watching this search? That something that observes is already whole, already complete. There is no need to become something, to improve, or to transform. Simply being is enough. Just as the ocean doesn't need to prove its depth, just as the sky doesn't need to justify its vastness, you don't need to be anything more than what you already are. Just notice. This freedom has always been here. Now, rest in this recognition. No rush, no need to define anything. There is no destination to reach. There is no better version of you waiting in the future. Everything you've been searching for is already here, right now. Now, just stay here. Nothing else matters in this moment. Nothing needs to be fixed. Just rest in this silence. Something deep inside you has always known, always felt that there is something beyond the mind, beyond the stories, beyond the identities. And now, that recognition is emerging. Like a seed planted in the earth, this awareness begins to grow. You don't need to force it or rush it. Just allow it. Truth doesn't need to be built. It simply reveals itself when the noise of the mind fades. Now, feel this presence within you. It is light, silent, untouched, like a gentle breeze that has always been there, but only now is being noticed. This peace, this clarity, this space has always existed, and the more you recognize it, the stronger this realization becomes. There is no effort here, no need to struggle. Truth doesn't need force, only recognition. And what if, instead of searching for something outside of yourself, you simply let this awareness bloom within you? Now breathe and just be. Has anything really changed? Or have you simply remembered what has always been here? This seed has already been planted, and it will continue to grow. What would it be like to walk through life without carrying doubts, without carrying fears? What would it be like to live knowing that nothing has ever been separate from you? Just stay here and feel. Nothing needs to be added. You already are. This realization doesn't end here. It expands with every moment of presence. Allow yourself to live this way. What changes when you stop searching and simply are? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue this journey.